Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gitsapalooza. I have a battle report that we're going to be filming tonight. This will be Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hi.
And my first attempt at playing the newest Risen Sun edition. So we just have two little 50-point armies. And I finally returned. Ben has been a prisoner of me having his stuff for Adepticon, so he hasn't been able to play even if he wanted to. So I brought it all back. And so we just have a little 50-point army. So Ben has got Mizushi, who needs antlers replaced. And what's the girl's name?
Hagane Takashi.
Hagane Takashi. And do you have anything else to round out your 50 points, or is that it?
I have Battle Plans, which is +2 pass tokens. It's the only 1 point upgrade in my army, and she's 19 and he's 30.
Okay. So even though Ben looks like he's got all old cards and things, he's actually going to be playing the new rules with his figures. And then here, this is my little 50-point army. It was recommended by somebody in authority that this is a really abusive list, so I took it to test it because I must admit to being a little skeptical when I first looked at the Tengu and the changes that had been made, but I am more than happy to be proven wrong. So I have Hakusabo, I have Ryodo, and Bizenbo, who's the big archer, and then I had 2 points left over, so I took a Garinto, and of course all of my terrain features are now in the boxes that have the individual setups that I took to Adepticon, so I had to borrow a little snake from my Ito-wielding son in order to have a model for the Garinto. So anyway, there we are. We're going to be playing this particular... Oh, Ben, did you have something that would be appropriate?
I've got a little Buddha.
Oh, the Buddha will work perfect, so we'll use the Buddha instead. And we're just going to be playing zones of control, like normal. So opposing, neutral, and friendly, or the other way around. And we'll just go from there. I'll give you opinions in the turn summary, but at this point we're going to have our nose in the books the whole night, so there's no point in live filming the game. Once we get comfortable with what we're doing, I will be doing full-length battle reports, and we'll be discussing changes and things in the rules as we go. All right, we're at the end of turn one. Little damage. We both ran at each other. Bizenbo got a bunch of ki, one from the Garinto and a couple from here. And then Hakusabo is a running fool with the new rules. However, he's not very immune to fire. The dragon did, so Mizushi did, what is circular attack?
Circular Strike.
Circular Strike basically gets an archery attack at everybody, and didn't do anything here, but took 3 out of 5 off of Hakusabo, and that's actually one of the places where the Tengu have been hurt, is that all of their, at least so far, all of them have lost wounds. So these are down to 5 from 6, and he's down to 7 from 9. So they're a lot more vulnerable, a lot easier to take out. I did do a couple, he shot Akio when she was back here, and because she didn't get the benefit of cover because she was too far away, so I managed to do a couple of points to her. But so now we're moving on to turn 2. So far things are going pretty smooth. I guess we don't know what we're not doing right, so we're going to go with that. All right, here we are at the end of turn 2. There's been bloodletting. Bizenbo shot Hagane and killed her by using one of his new feats, which is Deadeye, which she was in cover and I got rid of the cover and killed her. And then the dragon took out Hakusabo with his first movement. Actually, Ben went first, shot Hakusabo in the back, killed him. Then I went next, shot her and killed her, and then he ran over and killed Ryohobo. So this has been a bunch of one-sided battles. And then however, Ryohobo managed to push some ki over, reloaded, and then shot him for just a couple of points. 3 points? 2 points?
3 points.
3 points. All right, here we are at the end of turn 3, and I think we're going to call it. What happened is I shot Ben, and for the second time in a row, I rolled really poorly on my damage. So Mizushi then just jumped around, shot me, proned me. I had to spend my ki or my activation getting up, and then he jumped around, shot me, and proned me again. He isn't doing a lot of damage, but he basically can't miss at this point, so I will effectively not get another action. Maybe if I win the roll-off for the next turn, but I will get an action, but it won't stop him from doing the same thing to me for the rest of the game. So he's ahead in points already, 2-1. So we're just he's got 1 victory point to my none. So we're just gonna call it at this point. So Ben, what do you think?
Well, being able to prone with my actions is real good on a 1v1 because you're prone going into the next turn, so all you can do is stand up, and then I just shoot you again, and you're prone again. And because it's a medium model, the defense is 3, and I'm rolling 3 dice for my ranged attack, so probably never gets another turn. Shooting seems really quite a bit better with just initial impressions.
Right.
Because of the cover rules, it's a lot harder to get cover.
Yeah.
Which I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Obviously, I want to play a lot more. The rules don't really feel very different overall, which I like. I'm glad they didn't go the route of pre-measuring.
They did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. All right. Ben has looked up the rules. Tell us.
So the tournament measuring rules is that distances can only be measured after an action or game effect is declared, which means that there's not a lot of pre-measuring going on during play if you're practicing for tournaments. But it is nice to have it when you're just learning the game because it doesn't really affect how most people play. I think that's a good way to do things.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, we have that settled, so that didn't really change. My opinion, they're okay. They played more or less like normal. I like Bizenbo. The fact, so far the biggest shock is that, you wouldn't think losing 1 or 2 hit points matters, but it does. But otherwise, they seem to play okay. Bizenbo was all right. He'd have been more effective if I could roll damage dice worth a damn. But that's not the rules. That's me. So we're gonna. You got time for another game, Ben?
Yeah, sure.
So we're gonna play a second game. Maybe we'll mix up the models a little bit, and we'll give it another try. So until then, sorry for the chaos in the background. We'll sort this out some other time. This is the day we had open to play. So we will see you. So victory to the forces of Prefecture. 1 victory point to 0, called on turn 3 due to the fact that I might not ever actually get an action again, other than standing up. So we will see you guys next time on Gitsapalooza.